During the decades following World War II, dozens of colonies defied colonial rule by declaring their independence. Each had to choose a method of government, and most faced severe economic challenges. Many new nations were forced to choose sides in the Cold War, leading to internal divisions, authoritarian governments, and anarchy. But a coalition of poor African and Asian states sought to avoid this fate. They banded together to gain more influence in global affairs. When leaders of the non-aligned movement met in Bandung, Indonesia in 1955, they represented 2/3 of the world's population.
It is a new departure in the history of the world that leaders of Asian and African peoples can meet together in their own countries to discuss and deliberate upon matters of common concern.
Egypt's president, Gamal Abdel Nasser, represented the rising tide of Arab nationalism in the Middle East. He described his form of government as moderate socialism, explaining it as socialism without capitalists, without imperialists, and without communists. But Nasser and other shrewd leaders played the two superpowers against each other to gain military and economic aid. American leaders suspected that many non-allied nations were under communist influence and tried to change their governments. In 1953, the Prime Minister of Iran, Mohammad Mossadegh, became the target of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency's first regime change action. The CIA engineered a coup to get rid of Mossadegh, and then vested power in the Shah of Iran. The Shah became a staunch ally of the West. By the time U.S. President Richard Nixon visited Iran in 1972, most Iranians resented the Shah's repressive government and America's growing influence in the Middle East. But the success of the Iranian coup had been intoxicating and gave rise to many similar operations designed to eliminate potential threats and shape the politics of the Third World.